Oh, that's pretty close. I didn't realize the graveyard was right around the corner. Graveyard, grave diggers beware. Seriously, beware.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Yes, of course.
So many dead civilians.
Dogs always want to tell us.
It is an honor to visit the fallen.
Woof, woof. It seems like he's eager to tell you something. Alright, well, I can't talk to you. Oh, can I talk to this guy? Can this guy talk to him? This dog we've met. How true a creature he is. How loyal and unwavering in its infections. His master is dead, but not even this, not even nature's great betrayal of life, stops his warm-heartedness from beating. Animals, dog and deer, elk and eagle, we burden and butcher them. Wretches that we are. These pillars of creation, we topple them. Though their spirits are so very pure, they are. They do not scheme, they do not deceive. Perfidy, that is the human condition. Perfidy, I guess? I don't know. I pronounce things all over the place here. This kind, this trusty beast, he is man's best friend, though man does not deserve one. Animals are not better than humans, they just don't know any better. Quite the difference that. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Agreed, show me a deer that can write poetry or build a castle and I'll never burden. But you're not, yeah. I'll just have her disagree with me. You are not of the same mind because you are human. All too human. And deep down you place trust in your fellows. But one day a stab in the back will tell you I am right. You better not be the one that's stabbing me in the back, dude. I know, for I have lain on silken cushions in marble palaces, and I have lain on wet leaves in soggy forests. Vastly do I prefer the latter. Oh, the occasional thorn may pierce your skin, but at least you are aware the sting is not that of a poisoned needle hidden by aspiring rivals. In the animal kingdom only one is free. Beware the wolf, yes, beware the bear, but their rules are honest. The kingdoms of man, they are built upon the blood of the ones not strong enough to lay claim to power. This dog, it is a creature worthy of your affection. The ones you see around you, the men and the women of this world, they are not. So I'm getting a little bit more of this guy's past, I think, because he's apparently talking about all kinds of things that you would see as some sort of leader. So what is this?
I don't have the right tool for digging.
The dirt here appears to have been freshly dug. If you have a shovel, you can dig here to check for buried treasure. Yeah, I thought I would need a shovel.
Right tool for digging.
But how does one obtain a shovel? Because I did not see a general store anywhere.
The great Sigurd and his rainbow.
What is this? Did I just wander into some kind of circus here? Reginald?
Who is said to have known
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan, the talking severed head. Okay. Tell me about the talking head. That's right, a talking head! And he doesn't just talk, he'll weave you a yarn so fantastic you'll be begging to hear just one more, and just one more. It's quite a story how I found him, too. Let's hear the story. I obtained this curio by some rather sensational means. You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer at the local children's apothecary on the weekends, in the shallows around Sicil's own Black Cove, when I spotted something amazing, the chest belonging to the fabled Captain Firebeard, the most prolific pirate of the days of old. Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a swell of great strength and pried it free from the ancient rock. I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands, but then, slurp gulp, I was swallowed by an ornery kraken that seemed to appear from nowhere. In the hubbub, I had lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom of the beast's cavernous belly. Still, I feared only for a moment that all was futile. Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and leprotic orphans who would be lost without my charitable support, and I knew I had to live. Grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment, I summoned all my strength to slash a great gash in a creature's gut. Freeing myself from the would-be tomb, I swam as quickly as I could, first to the surface and then to the shore. It was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped over this talking head. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, this is some kind of... whatever. Here, have a shiny gold piece. Hard times, Lord Pinchpenny? Alright, here, have 10. What a generous spectator. Find a seat in front, eh? Okay. So... I'll take my leave, I guess?
A talking head. What dark sorcery is this?
Fantastic, bravo!
So ardently did he crave
This
creamy
here
blues
is
and
the
gory
greatest
reds that he
illusion
ordered a
in
contest
anime.
across his realm.
Okay.
The seven wonders.
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd
My word.
and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew, who knew aliens, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. Ha!
Alright, whatever. I can't be bothered to sit there and listen to that whole thing. Ooh, there's a chest that is not stealing from, huh? Ooh, debuff. Speed potion, okay. Got it. So, shovel somewhere? Shovel, anyone? Shovel? I wonder if there was one just lying around the graveyard there that I could have probably used.
Fantastic.
I bet there was too, probably. But I'm getting a chance to look around anyway. What do you have to say for yourself, Cedric? You there! Sit! Stay a while! Right in front! I'll excite you! I'll delight you! I'll beguile you! I'll smile you! I'm Cedric the Sensational, and I am playing to an empty audience. Don't pity me, no sir. Just a few years ago, I was the all-singing, all-dancing, all-sensational darling of the town. People came from far and wide just to witness my amazing act. When Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Have you seen it? A talking head. I never expected a silly gimmick like that to be my main competition. Tell me about the competition between you and Reginald. It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of skill, sleight of hand, feats of wit, and pure entertainment. This curio is ruining what used to be an art. And even when there's no crowd to speak of, old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. Sure as the sun sets, that one devotee attracts 5 more, and those 5 more are all curious about the commotion. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent contained between his hat and his boots than I have in my crusty handkerchief.
Farewell.
Alright.
Can you spare a Bravo!
So... these two are in arrival because of the parlor tricks this guy is pulling. Alright, well this sounds lovely. Oh, we got a skeleton right there. And over here.
Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold under the right conditions. Oh, a source hunter! Imagine that. Quite a bit, more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia and half the circumference of the biceps brachii, as my memory serves. But no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its hardiest specimen, I'm sure the order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Do you know anything about Jake's murder? A counselor. A terrible loss that, though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife Esmeralda were hardly a secret, you know. Let me ask you about affairs around Sicile. Certainly, what would you like to know? Can you tell me about the plague of undead? I've applied my ample experience to that particular problem for near 2 years, and have come nary a step closer to its resolution in all that time. I'd go so far as to declare the problem unsolvable. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere men. Alright, we'll change the subject, and we'll take our leave of this guy.
Now, that tome on soothing a corpse's troubled mind. It can't have gotten far.
So what do we got going on here?
Anybody? Not.
Excuse me, this is a private sick room. Who in the name of the seven do you think are you barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant. I'm sorry. It's this task. I feel my very being is unraveling at its most tenuous seams. I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to figure the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I. Alright, well tell me more about the patients. What would you like to know? Tell me more about Boris. One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business. Before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Alright, I'd like to know about Stephen. Quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when the stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. I was just about to retire. Nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with Grinning Stephen, and as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family. About your healing stone. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silverglen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. I'm ready to make a decision. You are? Ah, I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone? Boris's life has just begun. Stephen should receive the stone, have full well difficulty of growing up without a family. I'm going to say Boris because the old guy's already got grandchildren, so you know what? The grandchildren got their taste of Stephen. Whatever that means. So you shall save Boris. Yes, Boris deserves... oh, this is Cynthia. Yes, Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has already enjoyed. Boris it is! Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Now, that tome on soothing a corpse's troubled mind.
Yeah, I can understand. Ooh, wow. Okay. Starstone.
Sorry, friend. I wish
Oh. Wow. What was that? You've unlocked a new room at your homestead. Okay. I'll take that stone. I might as well, I guess.
I feel no. Can I help you?
I am feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you, my hero. I promise I won't waste the life you've given me. Tell me, what will you do with your renewed life? What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short life can be, how easily it can be taken from you, I'll see it all, do it all. And after I've climbed every mountain in Rivellon, and smooched every girl who will have me, I'll devote myself to learning the magic that saved me. Everyone deserves to feel the thrill of a renewed life. Alright, well, I'll take my leave. I'll see you around then. I'm liable to spring out of this bed at any minute.
Farewell.
Alright, very good. Folded shirts, folded shirts.
Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
Alright, so we've made a life or death or life situation. And what is... Oh, this is just telling me that I have a new thing, right? Alright, so, what is up here? Anything I care about? Oh yeah, here's the marketplace. Alright, well there's Esmeralda. And... this is... yeah, this... I would imagine this is probably her house, right? So, let's see if I can... is there a door that... oh yeah, there is, right here. See if we can do this without anybody raising suspicion here. Before I do that, though, let's quick save. Just in case. Cool, and then we'll close that again so nobody bothers us while we're sneaking around here. Okay, so Michael Club, shovel. Oh, perfect murder.
Book about setting up the perfect crime.
Esmeralda has interesting taste in literature.
And why the gods left Rivellon. All right, let's look at that one too. The desk. What's in the desk? Nothing. And candle holder, a couple paintings.
What a strong and handsome officer you are, I say to myself.
Barrels. Nothing in the barrels, apparently. What about in the closet? Nope. Nothing, and there's no reason for me to take any of those. Any of the random crap here. Do have a broom though, but I need a shovel, not a broom. Okay, so how do I can I leave this place again? That would be very nice. Very nice game if I could leave. There we go. Yep, there, that's what I want. There I go. She'll take my leave of that place. She'll also close the door so nobody knows any different. And then, let's look in our inventory now. So I have those books. Hot topics in pyramid how-to. What? What the hell is this? You can travel from one pyramid to the other. Delightful connected parties will follow whoever has initiated travel. You can use the pyramids while holding them, or you can place or throw them on the ground to interact with them. In order to pick up a pyramid once more, you must drag it from wherever it rests into your inventory. Oh, okay. So the pyramids are like site-to-site teleporters, basically, or transporters. For some reason, I've picked up a plate too. I don't know why. Where was that? Where was that other bucket? Oh, here we go. The perfect murder. Let's read this. Kicking another's bucket. Kicking another's bucket. Planning the perfect murder. By Mr. Giggles. Awesome. Winner of the Assassin's Guild's Brass Knuckle Award. So, you have determined to take a life. My sincerest congratulations. Savor of this moment, friends. Taste the sweetness of the feeling that grows in your belly. Soon you will have sent a soul flying into the ether. Your hand alone will have caused the fabric of existence to have undergone a permanent and undeniable change. You are preparing to undertake the most exquisite endeavor of your life, and you'd be remiss not to luxuriate in every surrounding moment. Chapter the first, selecting your target. There are several questions to consider when determining which life is best to seize. The following are but a few to consider. Is the head of your intended victim sufficiently round and symmetrical to make an impressive mounted trophy? Does he or she have a hair of sufficient length and health to spin into lovely yarn for darling socks or throw rugs? Will his or her hide provide for supple shoes, bags, and belts of color that suit your eyes? Chapter the second, choosing a modus operandi. Selecting the method with which to carve, strangle, or pierce your victim is in itself a mere matter of art and of soul than fact and science. Arrows are fine for sportive types, I should say. A dagger turns the carpet red as a valentine. Suffocation behooves lovers and mothers. Poison compliments a bitter heart. In the end, select the method you believe best accomplishes your moral and spiritual effects you desire. Chapter the third, execution. The most important and delectable step in any murder, dear reader, is the moment of execution. By this I do not mean the brute force of the violence, if a violent method you have chosen, or interim, ever agonizing, between the administration of poison and the first sign of its effects. No, the moment to which I refer is that precise event when life flees from the victim and the eyes transfigure, light to dark, flashing to still, bright to dumb. This is the holy minute, the minute when the act materializes, complete, no longer planned or attempted, but completed. This is the moment during which you write your name in the sky, for you have done something that, like the stars, cannot be undone. Chapter the fourth, the afterglow. Now, the moments after the execution are hardly the time to worry about practicalities. No, this is your time to quietly reflect, to enjoy your transformed self, your transformed place within the cosmos. Make yourself a cup of tea, if you please, or light a pipe. The details can wait. When you find yourself fully refreshed, you might consider what to do with the once person whose remains you must now inter or preserve, as is your pleasure. The easiest and most classical means of disposal is, of course, to bury the remains, but think long and hard about precisely which remains to bury. The civilized among us know full well that waste is a sure sin, so if there is yet some function that may be wrought from the once person's remains, it is imperative that you do so. Might not a family of beggars appreciate a meaty rack of ribs? Might not a local tanner, down on his luck, thank you for the length of virgin leather? I did not see leather there for a minute. Do you not deserve some special token, a keepsake, for your labors? Once these matters have been attended to, you might concern yourself with removing the dregs of your efforts from your sight. A freshly rained upon bog is ideal, though a freshly dug grave in your local cemetery will hardly notice a bit of additional rubbish tucked in below the intended casket. Epilogue. If you have successfully completed your endeavor, you might find yourself wandering after and planning for the next. This is natural and desirable result of executing, as you have learned the perfect murder. This author wishes you luck and satisfaction as you explore your newfound passion. Remember, until you've reached a dozen, you've hardly scratched the surface. I don't intend to read all the books in this game, but that one just struck me as one that needed to be read. And that was fantastic, I must say. Alright, so these are all empty because I've checked them already. Alright, this guy... Oh, Pablo.
Can I help you?
How are you? Ah, nothing like the smell of sea, is there? How about that burning ship? She was targeted by the orc shaman during the attack, and now she's left to the ocean's cold embrace. We just couldn't get ahead of the flames with nothing but a few men and some buckets. Alright. Yeah, alright. I'll take my leave then.
Farewell.
I don't know if I was supposed to do something there sooner than I actually did, or what.
I wouldn't let her up within 500 yards of mine.
I guess I was probably supposed to do something there before it burned down.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Ferrol's carriage for a joyride?
Can I help ya?
Those are some might fancy boots you got there. Typical landlubber. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have anything interesting to say to me. Marv, on the other hand, you might. Stuck like us in this dead-end city, are you? Alright, what does this say? I'd consider staying if I thought the trade routes might open up soon. As it is, those undead have closed off every road in and out. What do you know about the plague? What a misbegotten little corner of Riverline this city has become, surrounded by dead flesh strong enough to wield steel and magic. An enemy such as this you cannot kill. You can only hold it off with all your might, and as luck would have it, that's what the locals have long come to realize too. After appalling initial losses, that is. Alright, so you're not really telling me anything different from what I've already known. So anything of interest in any of these containers? No, nothing. Nothing of interest in there. And anything else down here? No. Animal hide?
I wouldn't let an orc
Okay.
within 500 yards of my loving nature.
And a cup of tea. Alright, I'll take that too. Why not? Now, what do you guys have to say for yourself? Max, Philip, and Lewis.
Go on.
Our home, our livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do naught but look on. So what happened here? These bleeding orcs, they can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves. How about that burning ship? Those souls are just as pressed for luck as we are now. A shame nothing could have done to save her. About finding work. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though. Okay. Alright. How about these guys?
Can I help ya?
Oh, okay, they all have the same thing to say. Alright, so I gotta find them a job, then. That's interesting. I imagine they're going to want to be on the sea. So perhaps coming up onto this ship and talking to this guy will be what I'm supposed to do. Conrad. Ahoy, sailor! How are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile? What do you think of that attack on the harbor? Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds, launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that... Waging a suicide campaign like that be if whatever I thought was something worth dying over. How about the Staff of Pergamon? Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster, crowing all around town about matters he ought to know are better kept quiet. Well, if you know about the staff, I suppose you also know it's gone without a trace. For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone, overboard, stolen, or vanished into thin air, though I'm quite eager to see it returned. I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. It wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. Seaman's code, you know, not to rat out a fellow sailor. All right.
Farewell.
I will do that then.
Can I help you?
By the seven, there's nothing like the smell of the sea air. How about this staff? Was too busy dodging fireballs to notice anything myself, but asking around a bit could be one of the other men spied something I didn't. Okay, fine.
Farewell.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, and don't forget the time we got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to youthful gore anymore?
So I guess I'll talk to these guys then.
Good to see you again.
What do you know about the staff? Oh, I got journal update. Now that you mention it, I noticed Detmar, a fellow merchant traveling with us, carried a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects, but I could have well been that staff you're talking about. All right, do you know anything about him? Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where he could possibly be now. Captain Conrad's the man to ask for such matters. Alright then, thank you. You were quite helpful. Of course, you also had a name, so I kind of figured you would be helpful. So Conrad.
Good to see you again.
Heard anything about the whereabouts of the magic stick yet? One of your men saw Detmar make off with a package. What? That weasel has it for sure. But I'll tell you this, I didn't speak of that staff to a soul on board. If he's the one who took it, he must have known it was on the ship before stepping foot on our decks. I'm sure he'll make a run for it. Probably by boat. I'd look for him on an out-of-sight beach somewheres. He's probably there now, trying to launch a vessel in private. If he hasn't already escaped, that is. Okay. So, now I gotta go searching some beaches? I wonder if that was the guy that just up and disappeared on me at some point. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so did I look at all these up here? Oh, I can't. I can't reach it. Really? The greatest word? We can't cross a rope? Okay, so obviously I need to find something to cut a rope. Or actually, what am I talking about? I have a sword, for crying out loud.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my
Or not. Okay. That is not doing what I expected it to do. It's not doing anything at all. Alright, well, a warehouse gate. I've not looked in here before. Aha! Harbor warehouse. Alright, this has got to be something. It's got to be something after all this. Florius. Well, a source hunter, a very hearty welcome to our humble warehouse. Have a look around, and don't mind if I pick your brain about the scoop around Andeval. I'm behind on my current affairs. What do you know of current affairs? This Jake business is quite the scandal, no? I myself suspect his wife Esmeralda, and the butcher seconds that, let me tell you. And then again, and you didn't hear this from me, he's going through quite the nasty divorce himself, and there's his children to consider. I imagine his youngest, Kimberly, won't mind. Never did get on well with her mother ever since the incident. Oh, it's an unparalleled pleasure having a fresh ear around here. Okay, yeah.
Farewell.
You can just talk my ear off. So everything is off limits, huh? Everything is off limits, and that is a magical lock, it looks like. Wow. So we'll need to know what's behind there at some point. And who's this? Moira. Well, a source hunter. About time the council took us seriously. Maybe you could start with the two idiots hiding their pet orc here. Can you tell me about the orcs? They came hurtling from the horizon, and their ships were docked at the harbor before our dozing troops could even raise their swords. We're still trying to clear the corpses, theirs and ours, from the beaches. So what's the latest gossip? We've been plagued with these horrific undead for years now. Some say they were summoned here intentionally, but I'd say some amateur necromancer let a little experiment get out of hand. How about the Staff of Pergamon? Nope. Didn't think you would know about that. And okay, that's enough.
Farewell.
That's enough from you. Flores, did I talk to you, Flores? I think I did. Yeah. You're walking back to a place where I was, so I'm assuming I would talk to you. Very interesting. What is around here?
Would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from youthful...
A charmed
One day, you'll show
A charmed she-orc, huh? Oh boy. Marius and Ninius. Here we go. Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orcs are predators, not pets? Enough of that! I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile. But my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her. What's this about a charmed orc? My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls when who did I see creeping along the shore with this lovely orcish lady? For a brief second, as long as eternity, we locked eyes. Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared, toward Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets toward her. A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders. Ah! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds? A love potion? Tell me more. I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. When I read in an esteemed periodical from the wizards of Yolthor Gore about an amazing opportunity that could change my life, I had to act fast or lose the once-in-a-lifetime deal. I sent away for their world-famous love potion, available for a limited time only, and has worked exactly as performed. You see what a fool my friend has been, spending all his cash on snake oil and bringing a temporarily tranquilized monster into our midst to boot. What kind of monster would lie in a published advertisement? I'm sure the effects of the potion will be everlasting, as printed. Oh, these guys are going to get killed. So killed. Let me tell you what I think. You see, he'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to save him from his murderous darling. She's got to be put down. If this love potion is as dodgy as it sounds, she could come to her vicious senses at any time. Alright, so let's do that. Agreed, I've never met an orc I trusted, charmed or not. Glad to hear I'm not the only one with common sense around here. I'll do the honors myself. No, she's harmless, please.
Farewell.
Alright, well.
You bastard! You had no right.
No right to pretend orc in love. When this little charm fades, she'll liberate the flesh from our
It's
faces.
come now, enough doom and gloom.
Okay.
I will gaze instead upon
A man in love with an orc? Bloomin' bullfrogs! Is he blind, stupid, or both? It's a good thing you advised his friend to run the savage through. Imagine a hell-sent mongrel that would have crawled forth from that union. Bye, let's not imagine such horrors. I don't want to lose my lunch. Nor I. Imagine the budding horns on its sickly greenish skin. Thank the Seven we prevented that monster from seeing the light of day. Rest assured, we put an end to the thing before such hellish miscegenation took root. Man and orc. Abominable. Oh, that felt a little bit dirty, but also felt kind of okay. I don't know why. Maybe it's because she was an orc. Although that guy is really, really broken up about it.